Every year, the Daily Business Review compiles the biggest real estate deals that took place in South Florida. This year, big was relative, and the deals that did happen were often at a loss. Sellers and lenders of land parcels, hotels, apartment complexes, and others had to accept big losses in order to sell. That's the case with the Sonesta Hotel behind me, which sold for $42 million less than the $120 million that the seller, SBR Fortune, paid for it in 2005. This apartment complex, the Pembroke Cove, sold for $30 million less than its 2005 purchase price. This West Palm Beach office building, the Esperante, was sold for $67.5 million early this year. The seller, ING Clarion, had purchased it for $104 million in 2005. But not everyone had to take a loss. The biggest deal of the year was the sale of a 50% stake in the Wachovia Financial Center, an office tower in downtown Miami. An Australian bank sold its interest in the property for $182 million. But the volume of commercial real estate sales that closed this past year has also dropped dramatically by about 70% year over year. Only about 20 properties over $20 million sold in South Florida during this past year. Can the situation get any worse?
Okay, going into 2010, I believe that the level of commercial real estate sales will actually increase. Well, there have been very few transactions that have occurred in 2009, so it's difficult to say that prices will continue to drop because there haven't been enough pricing points to gauge. I do believe going into 2010 that if you look at definitely 2007, there's going to be a dramatic drop in price compared to 2008 as well. But I don't believe that price as a function of investors seeking a higher return, values dropping as a result of that, I don't believe that'll be a factor. I think what will drive the prices down is lower performance of the properties in terms of NOIs, higher vacancies, but not a change in investor yield requirements.
For the Daily Business Review, I'm Polyana da Costa.